What's up, people? In this video, Carmen Sazikli, Greg Doucette, Stephanie Buttermore, success guaranteed. I wonder what this means, success guaranteed. Like success guaranteed, my success guaranteed? Is that what we're talking about here?
Coach Greg here, and I've had a...
Steph's hollow leg. Oh, God. You know, interestingly enough, when is this video? August. Oh, this was done yesterday. Success guaranteed. I understand. So, like, this is so funny. So, like, Greg Doucette, right? The most popular videos on my, here, I'll show you actually, right? Like, analytics, the most popular videos on my channel. Like, look at this, right? Top videos in the past 28 days, Stephanie Buttermore, Greg Doucette, Stephanie Buttermore, and then these two. These two change a lot, but like I have other Stephanie Buttermore videos that are also like extremely popular. But this Greg Doucette video that I did, super popular. And then obviously I'm like the fucking Stephanie Buttermore expert of YouTube. Interesting. Let's see. What is he going to talk about here? I take a look at how Stephanie Buttermore is making out with her all-in plan. Is a healthy way to gain back body fat. What alternatives are there? Why her glorifying of junk food may be sending mixed messages. Yeah, no shit. Like, again, the people who this message appeals to are not people who are necessarily concerned with fitness. They're more concerned with looking cool on the internet and like joining in the like Me Too, not the like hashtag Me Too movement, but like, yeah, I agree, I support you. I also choose to not restrict the foods that I eat because I like don't want to take responsibility for the way I look. So like by me supporting this celebrity, Stephanie Buttermore, I'm also, you know, like justifying my own lack of self-control or my improper food choices. I'm pretty sure what he's gonna say about this. Steph's hollow leg. Okay, interesting. I mean, who knows? Let's take a look here.
crazy amount of requests to talk about Stephanie Buttermore again and her bid to go all in to getting fat. And basically, that's really what it is. And she's not really fat, but fat in comparison to where she was. So I want to make this clear. I am not that insane that I think that everyone needs to have a six-pack. I'm not like that at all. If you think that, you just don't know me. I am not a doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist or anything, but I do understand what it's like to be pressured to look a certain way and to eat a certain way and how to achieve the physique that you want and maintain it and all of this kind of stuff. I do understand this. Do not write stupid comments saying, you're not a girl, you don't know what it's like. She competed once. Stephanie competed one time, a long time ago, many years ago. She did one show, dieted hard one time. I did 55 shows, and I've been doing this since I was a teenager, and I'm 43 years old. I have way more experience in this than her. Way more, infinitely more, as in more than her. She dieted really hard once, did it all wrong, lost her period, yeah, whatever. Okay, yeah, it sucks. And then she wanted to look good and be lean and got like 1 billion followers and makes like hundreds of thousands of dollars on Instagram and YouTube and all that, and that's awesome. And everyone has the right to do that. So don't write, ooh, let her do what she wants. Stop telling her what to do. Stop it. I don't care. She can do what she wants. I can do what I want. So stop telling me what I can do. Just like I'm not telling her what she can do. She has every right to do what she does. She has every right to post 500, I'm eating 10,000 calories of shit all the time, and she can do it, and it's cool, and she can do it. And I can say that's stupid and you shouldn't do it. What do I think about the all-in approach? All-in approach she's making is all stupid. It's all moronic. It's all insane. I don't know. See, people are writing, she has a doctor telling her what to do. As if whatever doctor telling her what to do knows anything about how to do it properly. Clearly they don't. I'm not a doctor, and even I know that it's stupid to start eating 5,000 calories a day of donuts and crap and eating. I don't eat a lot. I don't binge. I just eat until I'm satiated. Wait, you use the word satiated and not just say I eat till I'm freaking stuffed? That's what she's doing. She eats whatever she wants as much as she wants.
Okay. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. He's a little late to the party. I will say that, because like, you know, as the current leader in Stephanie Buttermore trivia, as the reigning champion apparently, which is I've gone from like mukbang expert to now Stephanie Buttermore expert. I actually did a video of her yesterday. I recorded this yesterday. Steph. This one, how gaining 30 pounds changed my physique. So, at least according to the food choices that she displayed in that video, they are much more, they're better food choices. Higher protein, right? She had protein powder. First time I've ever seen her have like protein powder, like 1.5 scoops, which in and of itself is not good. I mean, it's not bad. It's not ideal. But like, why have protein powder when you could have actual food? I know she like mixed with oatmeal, fine, whatever. And then for lunch, I saw that she had a chicken wrap, or like I saw her take a bite of a chicken wrap. And that was really all I saw of it. Okay. And like one of the things that she mentioned in that video is that she's not as hungry anymore, which I believe is a result of her beginning to include more meat in her meals. So like if this video came out, 3 weeks ago when she started this all in challenge and like, started doing all this retarded shit and like went crazy with the donuts and the M&Ms and like whatever else like she decided to eat when she began, that's valid. In her defense, like I can't believe I'm defending her, but like in her defense, it does seem that she is eating more meat and making more of the proper food choices. And again, like I said in the video that I did of her the other day, I think very soon, I don't think like eventually 6 months or a year, I think very soon she's going to realize that like the right choices are basically meat, eggs, and essentially I guess we can include protein powder in there. Those are the right choices, and you don't need to like eat a bunch of donuts. Like what is that really doing for you at the end of the day? Like how good are you really going to feel? Like you're going to get fatter, you're going to feel like shit, your insulin's going to spike, you're just not going to feel good about yourself when you're eating all that food, especially when you're used to having like a healthy lifestyle. Yeah.
Wants and gains a shit ton of weight real quick. It makes no sense. Why doesn't she just hire a diet coach and learn how to eat properly? You don't need to go from 1,500 calories a day to 5,000. There's a balance of 3,000 in the middle. Why not just do the middle? Eat a mediumly higher calorie diet. All you need to do, folks, have a lot of fruit and vegetables in there. Eat a bit of junk, 1 or 2 donuts a day, not a dozen, not a binge sheet, not a I'm gonna eat all this stuff. It's just stupid. And no, so now she just posted this new thing. She has, like you see, I have the doctor shirt. She has the all-in shirt. So what is this for? This is so that people, mostly women, but doesn't matter, can feel good about themselves for not giving a shit about their health or their fitness. You have every right to not give a shit about your health and fitness. You do, but I have every right to say it's stupid, in my opinion, to do that. Now, you guys say, oh, but she's just trying to help out women, and it's okay, and it's all this, and she doesn't promote binge eating. She promotes just eating normal, not really being crazy about the fitness world. Yeah, okay, I agree. It's so bad, it's so stupid, and the pressure to look a certain way is astronomical, and it is not healthy at all. I'm not telling anyone. People are gonna write, Stephanie Buttermore looks pretty, and she's gorgeous, and you're stupid, and she has beautiful skin, and she's very perfect the way she is. Yeah, she still looks like a model. She still looks amazing. She doesn't look like 95% of the women that are going to start eating 5,000 calories and being morbidly obese, increasing the risk of diabetes, cancer, you name it, they're increasing the risk of it. So it's all fine and dandy that she's promoting all in. That's okay. I can live with that part. If it was all in and eating a healthy diet and eating a lot of fruit and vegetables, and I'm going to eat till society is full and I feel good, and I'm not going to try to be 15% body fat. I'm going to go to a healthy level of 25, maybe even a little bit heavier, 30% body fat or something. Just even if she said I'm going to just be slightly obese, I'd be cool with that. That to me is okay. I am not that insane that I think that everyone needs to have a six-pack. I'm not like that at all. If you think that, you just don't know me. What I'm against is her promotion of shit. You don't believe me? You probably think, no, Greg is just over.
So he's right. I've said this too. I didn't say it as colorfully as Coach Greg. I kind of wish I did. That's just not like, I don't know. Like I think sometimes like, should I act more like Snake Diet Guy? Because I'm also kind of an asshole. I'm just like a very chill asshole, Snake Diet Guy is obviously like ranting, raving lunatic. Coach Greg strikes me as the like frustrated guy who like watches people do stupid things and is like, why are you doing it like this? You know what I mean? I'm like that too, but I don't know, maybe I'm just like lower energy overall, possibly. I don't know. I just think I'm more chill. Maybe it's a California thing. Anyway, he's right. Okay. And I've said this as well. I've said the exact same thing, which is that like most people who will buy into this message are just going to use it as an excuse to eat whatever they want anyway, right? Most of the people who are going to like accept and like this message and follow it and buy these fucking stupid t-shirts are not the type of people who should be allowing themselves to eat whatever they want. They actually are not. Like, no, not even close. Like, but again, at the end of the day, if that's you, if those people want to buy into that message because Stephanie Buttermore did it and she's like a hot girl, those people aren't going to make it anyway. They're intentionally taking themselves out of the game and out of the competition, making it even easier for girls who actually take their health seriously to look as they should, to look better by comparison, basically. So like you want to take this opportunity to like eat as many donuts as you want because Stephanie Buttermore said it's okay, and now you have a new t-shirt, like you're like extra large t-shirt, that says that. Okay, fine, go ahead. Like and I don't think it's so much that he really cares. Like I think he's just frustrated at the stupidity of it, I guess. Or what it really is that it's one of these things where it could be good advice for some people. For a very small portion of people, it is good advice, but for the vast majority of people, it's absolutely awful advice, right? I think that's the issue here.
He's exaggerating. She promotes eating shit. And by shit, I mean all junk. And I don't mean she says it's okay to eat junk. She promotes and wants you to eat more shit. You still doubt me. I can't wait for you to see this. I can't wait for you to go check this out. Go on Instagram and type Steph's hollow leg. She has like 100,000 followers, and this is what her Instagram page is about. Join me on eating shit all the time. And so every single picture is, I rate cookies a 9 on 10. I rate jelly bean gummy worms at 8.5 on 10. Look at this cookie as it melts. Or, oh, look, here's me and Jeff with a dozen donuts. Look at them. And look at our abs. Ooh, our abs are still there. Yeah. And it's like, they look amazing. They're eating shit all the time. And it's literally Jeff and Stephanie eating crap all the time. And not so much Jeff, but Jeff's in there. And so he's supporting. And so I'm against this. Promoting crap. Every single picture is an advertisement for shit. And she says, oh, it's about balance. Okay, this is what balance would be. Okay, if you have a cooking channel, you're gonna rate junk and shit, fine. Okay, everyone obviously has a right. I'm not against it. But why is there not one thing on that list that's healthy? And don't give me all foods are healthy, all foods are unhealthy. You can't rate them. Yes, they are. Chocolate bars unhealthy and apples healthy. Shut up. Shut up. Stop writing stupid comments. No, you know what I'm talking about. It's cookies and shit and bulk burned crap, okay? Junk cereal, junk, it's all crap. Why isn't there, ooh, I had a Spartan apple. I'm gonna rate this apple compared to another apple. Why isn't there, like, oh, let's taste this healthy type of food, this vegetable, this fruit, or maybe this low-fat something, or maybe this low-sugar something, or maybe this, I don't know, it could be sushi or fish or something of health, like, oh, I had a bison burger, oh, it's lower calorie, it's got less saturated, I'm gonna rate this bison, oh, it's a 7 on 10 because it's pretty good, but it's a bit gamey, whatever, it's all shit ratings. That would be equivalent to me saying, follow Greg on his anabolic steroid rating, and all I do is say, we're going all in to getting jacked.
That's actually a great idea. I would follow that. That'd be interesting for me. Steph's hollow leg, Instagram. Never heard of this, but interesting. Let's see, when is the most recent one? 2 days ago. Anyway, this is all clearly for money, right? Like, why is this popular? Because this is not. These are career moves, right? Like, I've said this many times, but the disciplined, challenging choice that requires sacrifice and hard work will never be the popular choice. That will never be the popular message, ever. Really, ever. It'll never be the mainstream message. Yeah, you can point to people like Grant Cardone or Tony Robbins, but that's not as mainstream as Stephanie Buttermore, as shocking as that is, right? Tony Robbins is not out here like cranking out like videos with like millions of views. Yeah, he tours and he does seminars, and like some people know who he is. People who are actually motivated to like change their lives for the better and put the required work in to change them, those people know who he is and appreciate his work. But like working out as hard as Greg Doucette does, and people like Greg Doucette, and like training in a way that will shape your body in an attractive way, that's never going to be a popular choice, which is why such a small percentage of the population is fit, which is also why such a small percentage of the population has any money, or why such a small population, you know, if you want to talk about men and women, why a small population of men have sex with most of the women. Or like some guys are getting laid, some guys not getting laid at all, right? Some guys have sex with a lot of girls, some guys have sex with none, right? You're always going to have a very small population. You know, they call it the 80-20 rule, but it's really more like the 99-1 rule, right? It's never going to be a popular message. The Apple review Instagram, like, nobody cares about that. Why? Because the people who follow this, like, are people who just want to eat this shit. Like, what is this? Strawberries and cream? I don't know if these are all fat people, but like I think somebody left me a comment the other day and they were like, people just want, like, girls just want to watch other girls eat shit. That's really what it is, right? It's like, I can't eat this because I have to look a certain way, and if I eat that, I'm going to look awful because I don't actually go to the gym and train my body. So I want to watch other girls do it so I can watch them somehow ruin their body and feel better that I'm not doing it currently or something. I don't really know. I don't understand. Which also, interestingly enough, somebody left in a comment, which is why girls, when they go out together, they'll eat pizza, they'll drink margaritas, they'll have chips, they'll eat like shit, but only when there's a lot of them together. If they're with a guy, I guess that you could make the argument if they're by themselves in their home alone, they might do it because there's nobody around. But probably more likely to do it when they're with other people.
1,000 milligrams of Tren a day, and then I inject it in the video, and I'm like, oh, I feel like Superman right now. Oh, I'm gonna kill people. I'm so strong. And the next day, Halo. Oh, it's a 9 on 10 because I want to lift 1,000 pounds. And never having any kind of health concept. Yeah, it would be bad if all I did was promote steroids, but I don't. You shouldn't take steroids. They're bad for you. The only steroids you should take is with the advice of a doctor, an HRT type doctor, and take it in those limits and not go over, because it will shorten your life and it will kill you and it will hurt you and it will take away from you. She still looks really, really good and is still not really heavy. And so the people that are following and eating 5,000 calories and going all in and all that stuff, you're not looking like her. You're not some supermodel. You're not like you're not in shape. She's still in shape. If she keeps eating and goes to 200 pounds or something crazy and actually goes that high, then it'll be like, okay, this is legit bad. But as it stands, I mean, you can say you eat 5,000 calories. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. Maybe she does not track calories. Don't go all in and just eat whatever you want. That's what there's diet plans for. That's why there's informational videos on YouTube and reading them, and there's so many different ways to gather information on how to conquer this kind of this challenge to be healthy. Because obviously genetics plays a huge role. If your body wants you to be obese, it's a lot harder for you to be in shape than if your body already wants you to be lean. Okay, but you should always exercise and eat healthy and have your junk and your treats in more limited amounts. So she went from being kind of anorexic, but she's not. I'm not going to label it here. She kind of went from one eating disorder of like severely restricting calories to look a certain way, to look so that you would follow her on Instagram, to replacing it with another eating disorder, which is not good either. It's not good to just give in and do whatever you want. If you were a sex addict and you had sex and you're marrying 500 other guys on the side, is that good? I'm just going all into my sex addiction. No, you figure it out. You get a freaking toy and you masturbate. Come on. You don't have to cheat with 500 guys. If I was a raging alcoholic and I needed to stop and I had 5 years of alcoholism, I'm going to stop drinking, and instead of that, I'm going to do cocaine every day. Yeah, I just cured my problem. Yeah, you cured your alcohol addiction, but you replaced it with another addiction. Well, okay, that sucks. I know, I'm a sex addict, so I'm gonna stop that, and I'm gonna smoke cigarettes a pack a day, that'll keep my mind off sex. No. You get a counselor, and you figure the shit out, and you make a plan. You get a coach, not one that says, I'm a coach, I'm a doctor, I'm this and this, I have a PhD, I'm smarter than you. So Stephanie, this is what I suggest. You should eat as much as you want all the time until you're full, and get as fat as you can, and then your body won't be hungry anymore, and then you won't be hungry. No, the coach should say, let's eat more vegetables and fruit. Let's eat more low-calorie dense foods. Let's slowly increase your body fat to more optimal levels, and not be so dramatic about appearance. One thing you're not remembering, people, is when you see yourself every single day with a six-pack, and you suddenly gain all this weight after. And this is one thing, I agree with Jeff on like 90 to 95% of the stuff he says, which is one of the most people that I respect in what they do and what they believe and their information of all the YouTubers. So you guys probably think, oh, he hates Jeff because he doesn't want to train like. That's just one thing I disagree with. This is another thing. He thinks that after a competition or a diet, you should gain the weight back as fast as you can to where you were. So say you're 15%.
All right. A lot of stuff there. But homie's right. 100%. Like 1,000% right. Everything that he said, basically. Right? Like you have one problem, right? Which this is why, like, you know, a lot of people will talk about, like, apparently there's all these competitive eaters that used to be anorexic. Like, they used to be anorexic, now they're competitive eaters, right? Does that... And they're, like, proud of it, you know? And people they're like heroes. People call them heroes. Like, I guess you could make the argument that, like, that they're somehow, you know, conquering... They're so desensitized to whatever their fear was that they've like gone overboard. I just feel like with, you know, I don't know, that might be the case. It's like, let's say you're afraid of heights, right? And then all of a sudden you conquer your fear of heights, and then you become an acrobat, you become like a trapeze artist or something. You could make that argument that that's like the equivalent. But I don't know. I feel like with an eating disorder, there's two sides to it, right? It's like I guess you could make the argument, you go from being terrified of heights and taking risks, let's say, to being an adrenaline junkie, you know, where you're like skydiving every day and like doing all this crazy shit. You know, is that a safe choice? Is that a choice that might potentially shorten your lifespan? Maybe. And it's kind of the same thing with this like eating disorder stuff. Like, he's right. You know, Stephanie Buttermore was bordering on, like, I don't know, anorexic. Was she anorexic? I don't really know. I never really took a close look at her body other than the videos that I watched. And then to go from like that to this all-in thing, I think is not a good idea, as I've said in many of my videos. However, I don't think he's watched the most recent one, where she does seem to be eating more meat and does seem to be slowing down in terms of how many calories she's eating, and also seems to be making better and better food choices. So, like, again, like I said, Greg Doucette a little bit late to the party, right? A little bit late to the party. I think if this video had come out a month ago, or like whenever she started, I think it would have been much better timed and more accurate. But just because I like am immediately requested to do all these Stephanie Buttermore videos as soon as they come out, I'm a little bit more up to date, and I just happen to know that, like, you know, this hollow leg thing, whatever. I think this is like, how much of this did they really eat? Like, actually, you know what I mean? Like, there's one bite and one bite taken. So, like, are they really like smashing all these foods? Plus, there's nothing necessarily wrong with eating this here and there, right? Like, you have a Pop-Tart. Is this every day? August 10th. It's like, you know, 2-3 times a week. A few times a week, this is not necessarily bad to have these things, right? In and of itself, this is not bad, right? Halo Top's not really so bad. Like, you buy some cereal. Like, does this mean like she's eating a box of cereal a day? Probably not. And this is back in May, this picture. So, like, this is May, and this is the most current one. So clearly not like, you know, doing these all the time. Team hollow leg, I get it. It's like, she's like, tee-hee, like, I can eat so much, hee-hee-hee, I'm so unique. You know what I mean? Like, no, not really. Like you're eating food that's pretty much only sugar, which anybody can eat that much, right? That's not special. Anybody can eat a bunch of sugary carb. Like there's no protein in any of this, right? I haven't even looked at it. Like literally no protein in anything here, right? I guess you could say like strawberries and cream, maybe there's like a little bit of fat in here, but this is like sugar, sugar, sugar. Everything here is sugar. Okay, like there's no protein in any of this. Maybe a tiny little bit of fat, but when you eat sugar and when you eat carbs, it makes you hungrier, right? So like, oh my God, wow, I can eat all of this sugar and I'm still hungry. I'm so special and unique. No, not really. And maybe that's like part of the image thing where she's like a skinny, well, used to be skinny, like hot girl who can eat so much. Oh my God, how does she eat so much? Well, she only eats carbs. All of these like 10,000 calorie a day challenges, they all only eat carbs, with the two exceptions being the one where I did, the guy's name is Live Life, where he ate 10,000 calories of actually healthy food, like respect to that guy, and John Venus, where he ate 10,000 calories of fruit, like mad respect to him for doing that. Anyway, what else you got, Coach Greg?
Percent body fat. You dive down to 5% body fat. You should then jump back up to 15% body fat. As fast as you get, shovel the.
Sorry, what is this? Why is this here? Whatever. I'm sorry about this, but whatever. I don't know. Deal with it.
Food in, and then you're fat. Real quick, 1 month later, you're back to your old. Then you can optimize. No, the mental in your head aspect of seeing yourself ripped, then not ripped, is frigging insane challenging to men and women. Trust me, I know it from my own experience growing up, and I know it from the experience of having coached over 1,000 people to do this. It is hard. The thing you need to do is slowly getting that weight back, because if you go from a 6-pack of abs to flabs in a month, it's mentally like gonna screw you up. This leads to binge eating, yo-yo dieting, anorexia, up and down, binge and purge, and so on. I'm watching Stephanie Buttermore. Oh, this girl's so great. I love this girl. She's so awesome, and I like her videos. Stephanie is a good speaker, well edited, and very entertaining videos. I like them, but I'm against this one particular thought or thing she's moving, this movement she's trying to promote. So you watch her, oh man, 1,500 calories, and then you just binge. So you're gonna do that, and you're gonna like look at your body, and it's like really lean, and you're going through what she's doing, and the pressure, and then you're like, I'm all in, yes, finally, I'm gonna eat pizza and donuts, yes, all in, yes. And then you're 120 pounds, and in a month, you're 145 pounds. And you were all in, and you're watching her, but then you're also watching yourself in the mirror, and you're like, and it's mentally very hard. And other people are not Stephanie, and they might judge, oh, remember her? She was like really in shape forever, now look at her. Oh, they're gonna comment. Now, I'm not saying they should comment or that they have the right to, but it's gonna happen, and you're gonna hear it, and it's gonna suck, and you're gonna have to live with it. And it sucks, and it's kind of a form of bullying, but it sucks to be under that thing. So why just allow it to happen? Slowly gain this weight. You don't want to see yourself get fat in a minute. You want to slowly gain weight, add more fruit and vegetables, low calorie dense foods, I keep saying. Slowly gain the weight back. You don't have to say pressure on yourself to have a 6-pack abs, but you don't want to go from 6-pack abs to holy shit, I got a lot of flabs. In a month, it's gonna drive you mentally, it's gonna drive you mental. And then all of a sudden you're binging, and you're 18 donuts in, and you're like, oh geez, that's actually like 4,000 calories. I can't do this. Then you're throwing up in the toilet, and you're now bulimic. And now every day you're like, oh, I can eat pizza, but I have to throw up. I can eat donuts and I have to throw up. Then you're going back and forth, and then do you think that's healthy? Then that's gonna play a toll on your heart and your throat and your teeth, all the kinds of problems. Okay, this happens all the freaking time, and it happens because coaches give you binge, eat whatever you want on Friday. You can have one meal for 1 hour, eat whatever you want. I'm like, oh, whatever I want in an hour after a week of asparagus and fish. Pfft, I want 6 liters of ice cream, 3 dozen donuts, and as much pizza as I can put in. Then you throw up. That's gonna happen a lot.
Oh my God, he might be one of the most entertaining YouTubers who I have the pleasure of reviewing. Like, and I know so I'm watching this video, like you guys can see this is at 2.2 times speed, right? I'm wondering, like, is he so entertaining because I'm watching him sped up, or is he actually this entertaining if you watch him at normal speed? Yeah, like, so here's why, and I know he's a health coach, he trains people, he makes money from like basically promoting a certain lifestyle of like multiple meals per day and like healthy eating and like going to the gym. So I guess on some level maybe there's some like, if people do this then they're less likely to do what I say to do, so it might be bad for business. I don't think that's like a conscious thought of his where he's like, oh no, I better make a video about this otherwise I'm going to lose customers. I don't think that's necessarily what it is. I think his like business model, let's call it, is just really a reflection of his values, fitness values, health values, and that is just kind of like how it manifests itself in the products or services that he promotes, right? So anyway, the reason I'm even bringing that up is because I think, what was my point? I had a point. Sometimes I get lost with whatever my points were. I remember my point. As I said earlier, the people who this message will appeal to, Stephanie Buttermore's message, there's 2 types of people who this will appeal to. Number 1, people who have absolutely no plans on getting healthy anytime soon anyway, and are just looking for an excuse from somebody who is kind of attractive but slowly ruining their body to indulge with absolutely no boundaries. That's number one. Or people who genuinely actually think that this might be good for them and will try it, and it's possible that it will somehow magically lead them to making the right food choices and going to the gym and being healthy. That's possible. That's in some like roundabout, confusing, random way that might actually happen. Or they'll realize like a couple days in that they feel like absolute garbage after eating literally junk food as often as they want, as much as they want, and they'll be like, oh, this all-in thing's fucking stupid. Like, I tried Stephanie Buttermore's way, it didn't work. Maybe I'll try something else now, right? But again, this is the problem that I had with all-in, is like, what seems to be the goal here? The goal is, let's call it what it is. This has not actually been stated by Stephanie Buttermore, but like, let's read between the lines here. Okay, girl obviously has a problem with food, obviously has a problem restricting the types of food that she eats, obviously despite her PhD and her like bodybuilder boyfriend is not making the right food choices, so was basically bordering on malnourished, not eating enough meat, not eating enough eggs, not eating enough nutrient dense foods, eating mainly fruit, fucking potatoes, and doing her cheat meals, right? Then she's like, oh, well, now I actually feel like shit because I'm malnourished. I know that must mean that I need more calories, because all of these fucking bodybuilder people and fitness professionals, they put way too much emphasis, in my opinion, on calories. And then secondarily, they put emphasis on macros, right? But when you do this all-in thing, you don't give a shit about macros. You think only calories. I need more calories, calories, calories. So you're like, well, I know donuts have calories, Nutella has calories, potatoes have calories, fruit have calories. Like, you pick everything that like tastes good to you in the moment, which, let's be real, is carbs, virtually no protein, and virtually no fat. So what happens is you end up gaining a lot of weight, and then maybe accidentally it's possible that one day you eat a lot of protein or a lot of fat or something, or you eat some meat somehow, like she was in Bali and meat was served to her because they had a chef who served them meals that I don't think they had any choice as to what was going to be served. It was just like, you're at the villa, here's what's going to be served. And then, oh my God, all of a sudden you eat meat for every meal, and you make the connection in your mind, and you're like, oh, actually, I'm not really that hungry anymore because I just ate a bunch of meat. You do that a few days in a row, and you realize, when I eat a lot of meat, I don't really feel the need to snack anymore. And I feel a little bit better overall. If that happens enough times, you're going to, again, like I said, make the connection. Meat is good. Meat will keep me full. Meat will prevent me from feeling like shit. Meat will prevent the fucking blood sugar spike. So you start eating more meat, which is the correct choice. However, you had to go all the way around to get to that choice when, in the beginning, if we take the same malnourished Stephanie Buttermore, or like whatever girl who resembles Stephanie Buttermore, you could have had her immediately eat meat and eggs in the beginning anyway and avoid all this extra bullshit, right? Which makes me wonder, is this for views and money and to like sell t-shirts and promote your Instagram? And you actually know all this stuff? Or is it possible that despite your PhD and your bodybuilder boyfriend, like, you actually do not know this? I wonder.
Trust me, it's gonna happen a shit ton of times. So Stephanie's video is promoting binge eating disorders, bulimia, followed by yo-yo dieting, and unhealthy eating behaviors. And it's not good, and that's my opinion. And you can like it, you can not like it, you can type, I don't understand because I'm a boy, and I don't understand because boys and men don't get it. Only girls get it. Just shut up. I get it more than most of you. So, anyway, that's my opinion. If you want to see my other Stephanie Buttermore video, because I did another one, you can look it there. If you want to see another video on maybe how to do things the right way and eat properly, check this one out. Coaching, GregDoucette.com, IFBB, Greg Doucette, IFBB Pro for Instagram, and that's my rant on Stephanie. I'm out.
Love it. Love it. Coach Greg. Have never seen a Coach Greg video that I did not like. I'm not going to say he's my hero, but like, I wonder if he has a video on what kind of steroids he's taking. Like, I'm kind of curious. He says he's on HRT, but like, I wonder if he's taking something else. Anyway, who told me to do this? Yeah, basically, like, bottom line, like, this all-in thing for Stephanie Buttermore, I really just summed it up in the last point, but like, it's not a direct route to achieving what you actually want to achieve, which is eating the right foods and feeling full after eating and removing your desire to binge and being healthy and looking good. Okay, that's not, this is like a very long, drawn out, unpleasant way of doing it that's going to cost you more money, take you more time, and have a higher toll on your health. So like you can do it that way, or you can just do it the quick way, which is like eat meat and eggs and go to the fucking gym. I don't know. Anyway, who told me to do this? Carmen Sazikli. Thank you, Carmen Sazikli. You guys have any more questions or videos? Let me know. Peace.